It is no doubt that indeed the most popular sport in the world is football, and it has had some true heroes who have transformed the game itself and cemented their legacy in the minds of football fans and footballers all over the world, ensure their legendary memories would forever be celebrated in the history of football. Most of these football legends have sacrificed a lot for this world-famous game, which enhances the glamour footballers and fans are enjoying in today's football. But sadly, these super legends are not often mentioned nowadays, and most likely many of the new generation footballers and fans hardly know these football legends' achievements. Welcome to the Football Avid Media channel. In this video, we are going to educate you about these 3 super football legends of all time and their achievements. As we proceed with the full history of these 3 great football legends of all time, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our video, and also click the notification bell button to be notified whenever we dropped football educational videos. Thank you. Number 3. Michel François Platini, popularly called Platini, was born on the 21st of June 1955. He is regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time. France might well consider their greatest ever player to be Zinedine Zidane, one of the greatest footballers of all time. But Platini was credited with making France a global superpower in football. The super playmaker enjoyed a long duration and fruitful football career for the club and his country, France. He was operating as a number 10. Platini often reserved his best for the biggest matches, scoring several crucial goals throughout his career. Platini is a winner of the Ballon d'Or award 3 years in a row. He won in 1983, 1984, and 1985. Platini came 7th in the FIFA Player of the Century vote. Platini reached the peak of his game when he guided France to the European Championship title in 1984. Platini scored an incredible 9 goals in just 5 games, playing in his home country, capturing the country's imagination with his stunning performances. He was so good that even Pelé and Zidane could not resist complimenting him. Pelé said, "He didn't run a lot like Cruyff and didn't depend on his physique, but I liked how he was the brain organizing things on the pitch. He was a player who used his head in the broader sense. The way he shone with France and Juventus, and his capacity for taking free kicks made him one of the greatest European footballers of the 1980s. Having guided France to their first ever major international trophy and winning league titles with both Juventus and Stade, Platini retired when he was still at the top of his game in 1987. Platini's impact on his country's football also made Zidane's quotes, "When I was a kid and played with my friends, I always chose to be Platini. I let my friends share the names of my other idols between themselves." Platini inspired a new generation of French footballers and is one of the all-time greats of the beautiful game. In recognition of his achievements, he was named a Chevalier of the Legion d'Honneur in 1985 and became an officier in 1998. Platini is now a French football administrator and manager and was the 6th president of UEFA. Number 2. Hendrik Johannes Cruyff. Internationally known as Johan Cruyff, was born on the 25th of April 1947. He was a Dutch professional football player and manager. No player or person in the history of the sport has had as much of an impact on football as Johan Cruyff. He is a football pioneer who brought the brilliant idea of total football to the football club Ajax, Barcelona, and the Netherlands national team. Cruyff had a distinguished career for both his football clubs and the country's national team. He is playing some beautiful football along the way. Johan Cruyff quoted, "Winning is an important thing, but to have your own style, to have people copy you, to admire you, that is the greatest gift." He was a winner of the Ballon d'Or 3 times in his phenomenal career in the years 1971, 1973, and 1974. Cruyff first created his football legacy at Ajax, where he guided the Dutch Giants to multiple league titles and 3 stunning European championships, playing an integral role and leading from the front. However, what Cruyff is best remembered for in the modern era is the transformation he brought to Barcelona. Johan Cruyff guiding the Catalan Giants to their first league title in 14 years immediately after joining them. Cruyff is considered a cult hero, and it was he who first introduced the ethos and style of tiki-taka and beautiful football at the Camp Nou. However, for a super reference to the outstanding achievements of Johan Cruyff, Barcelona president Joan Laporta made a truthful statement when he said, "As a player, Johan Cruyff turned football into an art form. Johan came along and revolutionized everything. The modern-day Barca started with him. He is the expression of our identity, and he brought us a style of football we love." As a true visionary and pioneer of the football game, Johan Cruyff was also part of probably the greatest ever football team to never win the World Cup, when the incredibly entertaining Netherlands side finished runners-up to West Germany in 1974. Finally calling time on his incredible career in 1984, where he improbably guided Feyenoord to the league title. Cruyff was a true legend of the game who stayed at the very top level for an incredible 20 years. Johan Cruyff rest in peace on the 24th of March 2016, aged 68. The late Johan Cruyff's contribution to the football game was quoted by Gary Lineker. "Football has lost a man who did more to make the beautiful game beautiful than anyone in history." Johan Cruyff's beautiful football legacy shall never be forgotten in the history of the game. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. As we proceed the number 1 of these 3 great football legends of all time, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our video, and also click the notification bell button to be notified whenever we dropped football educational videos. Thank you. Number 1. Manuel Francisco dos Santos. Born on the 28th of October 1933, he was nicknamed Manuelguarantia, but he was best known as Garrincha, Portuguese pronunciation Little Bird. He was a Brazilian professional footballer who played as a right winger. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest football players of all time, and one of the greatest dribblers ever. Garrincha played a vital role in Brazil's 1958 and 1962 World Cup victories. In 1962, when Pelé got injured, Garrincha led Brazil to a World Cup victory with a dominating performance throughout the tournament. He also became the first player to win the Golden Ball Player of the tournament, Golden Boot leading goal scorer in the World Cup in the same tournament. He was also named in the World Cup All-Star teams of both 1958 World Cup and 1962 World Cup. In 1994, he was named in the FIFA World Cup All-Time Team. Brazil never lost a match while fielding both Garrincha and Pelé. Garrincha first made his World Cup debut for Brazil in 1958 and immediately went on to establish himself as one of the best players in the world, scoring and assisting plenty of goals for his teammates like Vava and Pelé. In 1999, he came 7th in the FIFA Player of the Century Grand Jury vote. He is a member of the World Team of the 20th Century and was inducted into the Brazilian Football Hall of Fame. Due to his immense popularity in Brazil, he was also called Alegria do Povo, People's Joy, and Anjo de Pernas Tortoise, Bent-Legged Angel. At the club level, Garrincha played the majority of his professional career for the Brazilian team Botafogo. In the Maracanã Stadium, the home team room is known as Garrincha. In the capital Brasilia, the Estadio Nacional Manuelguarantia is named after him. He is credited for inspiring the first bullfighting chants of LA to be used at football grounds. He is a winner of 2 World Cups, and he is considered to be one of the most talented football players ever. Garrincha was an iconic number 7 for both Brazil and his club side Botafogo. From 1953 to 1965, Garrincha entertained the Brazilian public with his dynamic football skills, flicks, and tricks. He often bringing sheer joy to the people by the unique way in which he played football. In an interview, Wales defender Mel Hopkins, who faced Garrincha in the quarter-finals of the 1958 World Cup, claimed that the Botafogo player was better than Pelé at his peak. He quoted as, "Garrincha was more of a danger than Pelé, I believe at the time, a phenomenon, capable of sheer magic." However, in the 1962 World Cup, Garrincha led Brazil to World Cup winning, and he was named as the best player in the tournament, while Pelé was incensed due to injury. The legendary Garrincha made an unforgotten moment in the history of football in the 1962 semifinals against Chile, when he scored 2 stunning goals. A Chilean newspaper named El Mercurio later summed up the Brazilians' brilliance perfectly, as they lavished praise on his performance, saying, "What planet is Garrincha from?" Also, Eduardo Galeano, a famous Uruguayan writer, made a writing applauding the football legend how he meant to the masses. In the entire history of football, no one made more people happy. When he was out there, the pitch was a circus ring, the ball a tamed animal, the match a party invitation. Garrincha nurtured his pet, the ball, and together they created such mischief that people almost died laughing. He jumped over it, it gamboled it around him, hid itself away, skipped off, and made him run after it. And on the way, his opponents ran into each other. Unfortunately, the world lost the great football legend Garrincha on the 20th of January 1983, age 49. The world of football will never forget this football legend, and his football legacy would always live on. May the legendary soul rest in peace. If you have been educated by our video, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our video, and also click the notification bell button to be notified whenever we dropped football educational videos. Thanks for watching.